Welcome to Subramani. JP Morgan in one report has recently said that a lot of our problems are behind us, but the US economy has a 35% probability of going into a recession. Many ways to look at it. One is to say 65% probability that they are not going into a recession. So I'm very optimistic about the market and the market can't go down. Other way to look at it is to say, look around yourself. If you're in India, look around yourself. All the economies just next to you are being harassed by China, or something is happening. And so Bangladesh, which was a nice country with a per capita income higher than India's, and maybe even in the World Happiness Index they were ahead of you, whatever it means. I'm not joking, but Bangladesh has fallen to the invaders. Pakistan is in a mess. Sri Lanka is not in great shape. Look at all that, and are you confident that the Indian bull market will continue? Or are you saying that, look, Japanese yen trade has been reversed, so now there is no problem, now money will come in? Now, if the US were to go into a recession, it's good news for us, because it means there will be a rate cut. And when in a recession, oil prices won't go up. So actually it is not too bad for India, but Indian products which are selling in the US will take a hit. So now I'm not even getting into, are we getting into a bear market or no, because people don't like it if I say, oh, we are headed for a bear market, and they'll say, oh, you were wrong all the times in the past. So I'm not getting into that. I'm just saying, what should you do if you think the market is headed for a bear market? First of all, beware that almost many of the CEOs, if not all the CEOs of mutual funds, have taken a sales route to that place. So typically, like a salesman, they will say, oh, the market can go down for 3 months, 6 months, so just keep buying more, double your SIP and you will do very well. Yes, there is enough history to show that you will do very well. Even in 1992, if you were doing SIP till 2002, you may have made money simply because the market halved, right, from 4,200 to 2,200, about 3,000 in 2003. The market came down. So if you had acquired units in that period of time, obviously in 2007, if you looked at your portfolio, you would look like a genius. Question is, would you have had the ability and capacity? And what if you were 42 years of age or 45 years of age, and you had to have other responsibilities? Your son's education, daughter's marriage, son's marriage are all coming up, and you needed money to buy a bigger house. That was a horrible time to be doing that, right? So 10 years, market went nowhere, it went down. So do you have the heart and the stomach to take a 10-year bear market? What has happened in the market since 2002? We have not seen a longish bear market. We have seen deep, harsh corrections. We have not seen a longish bear market. So typically, when the market goes down, the immediate reaction is to say, oh, let me sell something, but you may be too late. So the best thing you can do is, of course, invest more when the market falls. I am assuming you have a long time for recovery. You are maybe 40 years of age. You are not 64, or you are not 59, and you have got 2 years to go for retirement. That's not a time when you can invest, simply because time is not on your side. Maybe you have money, but time is not on your side, because if the market takes 10 years to recover, what will be your mental strength or mental state to go through that bear market is a question which only you have to answer. So, okay, you're not investing more, at least don't do anything. Don't withdraw. That is the most important thing that you can do. So the base is, don't withdraw. Ideal is invest more. So you can't invest more, you don't have money, your expenses are too high. That's fantastic. At least don't remove. Second, this is not the time to be remodeling your kitchen, buying a car, buying a new car, going for a European vacation. This is not a time to do that, because all of us realize that the best returns we get is when we invest during a bad market. So all the SIPs which I started, say, in April 2020 or March 2020, right up to December 2020, are giving me fantastic returns. And I know that it is sheer luck of timing, right? I did not predict that there will be something like a coronavirus. But I started those SIPs. I did lump sum and started small SIPs, but I just continued them, right? So 35,000 rupee SIP I just converted into 3,500 rupee SIP because I was not sure of my cash flows during the COVID regime. So some of those I've continued, some of those I've stopped, some of them I've increased. So I've done all that. But investing during bad periods is a fantastic thing to do, but not everybody can do it. so that's one. Second is there is no point in looking at television channels, looking at newspapers, and they will continuously tell you 1 lakh crore market cap wiped out, 15 lakh crore market cap wiped out. How Ambani and Adani have got poorer, right? So when you hear words like poor and you hear that they have gone poorer, does it mean now they don't have money to eat? Does it mean that they don't have money to run the companies? Give me a break. The newspaper headlines are wrong. So whether it is newspaper headlines or whether it is YouTube channels, TikTok channels, whatever you want to call them, they will all scare you. So be careful about what you're seeing, what you're hearing, what you're reading, right? So today when somebody becomes an expert on anything, he starts or she starts talking about everything else. They would have started as political, but then they would talk about family, relationship, how you should behave with your children, how you should manage your finances. I recently saw a program on budgeting or Nirmala Sitharaman's budget by a person who is a political guy, and it was pretty messy the way it was done, but yes, they do it. Be careful about what you're seeing because they are going to scare you into believing that now you have to sell and go. Actually, remember what I said, doing nothing is a very important thing to do during bad market times. This is also a time when you are perhaps in a position to book some losses, at least theoretically, and take the tax harvest loss. Like you bought a property somewhere far away on which you're getting some rent, but you realize that the market value of that property is today not very high. You are in a place where if you do a transaction, even by paying stamp duty, which is pretty high in many states, and transfer that asset to your son or daughter or wife, you could get perhaps a book loss of 70 lakhs or 80 lakhs because of indexation, and that's a fantastic thing to set off against some capital gains that you have made. You can do all those things. So good time to be to be taking in your tax losses, what we call tax loss harvesting. Don't expect me to do a more detailed one here. It's also a good time to see why you invested, what is your risk tolerance, and what is your asset allocation. You started investing in a mutual fund at a time when your son was 2 years old, and you needed this money when he was going to be 18. Fantastic. Now he's 4 years old. What has changed? Nothing. You still need money when he's 18. Maybe he wants to do engineering, maybe he wants to do medicine, whatever education. So you are putting together an education fund. So what is the question of seeing what is to be done now? Nothing. You have to just wait. Like, go back to point number one, doing nothing is important. You are 36 years of age, you started a retirement fund, small amount, maybe 10,000 rupees SIP you have started for your retirement. You don't have to do anything. You're still young. You've got another 25 years of working life ahead of you. So do nothing. Again, going back to point number one, doing nothing is important. But one thing which you have to do is assess what financial situation you are in. Is it your company is likely to ask you to go, and will you be forced to go? That's important, because most of us think 50 to 60 is the time when I'm going to max out all my investments. Things can go wrong there. So forget what is happening in the market. See if your career could take a hit. See if there could be a problem, in your career, that you have an issue, and therefore you could lose your job. That is another scary thing. So look out for those signals in your personal life which could be scary, and combined with the bear market, that could hurt you. So all the valor with which you spoke, you told your investment advisor, I'm here for the long run, I will not remove money, all that could go for a toss. talk to people, find out what you should do appropriately in your situation. I would think start taking care of your health, because a longish recession and a loss of job and some combination like that could take a toll. You could brood, you may have nothing to do at home, so those things could happen. So get out of the morning, 6 o'clock, get up, wear your shoes, wear your watch, just go for a run, right? You can do it in winter, you can do it in, if you're staying in Mumbai, you can do it 365 days, because Mumbai does not have winter. So I have never given up swimming in Bombay because of the cold weather. Never happened. I may have given up because of laziness, because of some other engagement. Because of cold weather, no. So just get up, get out of the house and run. Look after your health, look after your wealth of whatever is there. Even if there's a fall in the market, if you are invested in the index fund or a good fund house, active fund, good chance that the fund values will come back. So just relax, don't do anything foolish. Just doing nothing is better than panicking. Thank you.